Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits.
In a far distant capital can plan our lives for us better than we can plan them ourselves. If we lose freedom here, there's no place to escape to. This is the
Rabbit Hole Podcast.
Live from underground. So, what would you do if you just started vomiting after you ate a pixie stick?
I don't.
Probably go get checked.
Who are you talking to? Would I be vomiting rainbows?
I don't think it'd be rainbows, especially not in this case.
Because
The rainbow. when this poor child ate this pixie stick back in 1984, it was full of cyanide, and so the kid died.
No.
So that's how we begin. Welcome to the Rabbit Hole Podcast, Season 2.
Way to start off on the
That's
That's
just a victory royale right there. No, I'm pretty sure that's a cold-blooded murder.
Nah, that's a Vic Roy right there. That's a straight Vic Roy.
Yeah,
fucking kill that child.
This is what we're going to be talking into for the next 5 episodes because. Hell, it's October. It's the spoopy month. The leaves are starting to fall, and people are getting all their costumes ready for it's trick or treat night here in. No one's gonna be fucking trick or treating because we're all stuck in our fucking houses. But
Wait a minute. Can I just say, I'm clipping out the context for a stick going, yeah, fuck that child.
Yes. But if you
I mean, technically, he's the only one.
Oh my god.
You shut the fuck up. I mean, you're not wrong.
Oh my god.
All right, that's a great way to start, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, everybody. My name is Mr. Mako. How have you been? It's been a little bit since we saw each other since the last episode of the Rabbit Hole Podcast. Since the time that we killed that other character, and since we just kept on a rolling here on the streaming time. So, you guys, you go ahead. Like we'll start from this way, because there's more people on this side. So, Gal, go first.
Sorry about that. What do you mean? There's the same amount of people on both sides.
Is it muted?
I just said hi myself. So there's 2 over
I
here.
can't hear
3
Gal.
on here. No one can hear you, Gal.
You
No
fucking
one can hear
idiot!
you.
You fucking idiot!
Make sure your mic's unmuted.
Dumbass!
Oh my god. My name is Calvin and I'm a fucking idiot.
What the fuck?
Like, zero cool.
I'm dead.
Yo, he's a ghost. He's a spoopy. Woo!
Nah, but on a real note, I'm Shredifire, and if you really think about it, all video games are just extended point-and-click adventure games.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, that's fair.
You should go subscribe to his OnlyFans.
I am.
If you think,
I need to go to his OnlyFans.
If
I've
you think about
heard
it,
Gal's gonna be the first sub, dude.
The first sub. Gal's always a sub. What are you talking about?
Oh.
You don't know that.
Dun, 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 da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
What a way to start off. I love you.
Yep.
Oh, God.
I love how the podcast has started. The podcast has not even started 10 minutes ago, and we already took like 3 shots at Galb.
Yeah.
Well, first he was muted.
Yeah. Well, he did it to himself.
Listen, if we didn't love you, we wouldn't take shots at you. I mean, we take shots at him for having OnlyFans.
Yep.
That's true.
Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, and a Pornhub account.
And a Pornhub account.
Pornhub account. Forgot about that.
You don't even have to. You don't even have to subscribe to his OnlyFans. You can go see his bullshit on Pornhub.
You can also go to my Discord.
Wait,
Also-
so I was thinking that you have like the love sense thing.
Love sense,
No.
baby, love. We're gonna get this fucking copy
no.
written.
They should.
But,
You think I have
I'm
money?
pretty sure we're gonna have to age restrict this one.
I mean, 5 minutes.
I mean, hey, Rustic, that
Copyright
one we already fucked up.
I about to say.
You think I
Rusty,
got
did
money?
you ever say hi?
No, I never did.
No, we just spiraled down.
Okay, go to
Trevor.
Rustic. Go to Rustic.
Hi, I'm Rustic. You can catch me on Twitch.
Hey, and hey guys, here's what's no fun. There we have a new being here on the podcast. He's gonna be here forever. We're keeping him now. This is.
I'm being held captive. My name's FaZe.
What he just
Please
said.
send help.
I don't have a
To
shot
anybody
behind this
who
log.
to anybody who doesn't know who FaZe is, FaZe basically started off as somebody who just randomly joined one of our. Whose stream did
Your
you join?
world.
It was a never have I ever.
We
We joined.
dungeon in which
Yes,
you died at
that's
the
it.
very end, and we had.
And
to
then
restart
basically,
the
we just
entire
kind of dragged him in, and we forced him to be here.
Yes.
They haven't. given
Technically,
me
he's
food
been
or
a fan of the
water
rabbit
in
hole
weeks.
since the start.
That's a lie.
So
I need-
FaZe
I
went
need
from
drink.
simp to friend.
From simp to friend, exactly. But here's what's
That's
real
what all
fun.
tier 3 subs help for.
You're not wrong.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, but here's what's real fun about this. Like every single being that is here, and yes, because of fucking FaZe, he got me the one. He's the one that got me to saying fucking beans. But
Yes,
But- everyone here around this fire, before we get into the deeper into the rabbit hole, every one of these guys, what you guys need to do, everybody is linked down below. All of their Twitches, I want you guys to go follow them if you're not already doing it. So twitch.tv FaZe the Foxbean, twitch.tv/Rustic, twitch.tv/Shredderfire, myself,
Make my life
Nero,
10 times
and
easier.
Gal.
I'm gonna move this over, and I'm
Rustic,
just gonna
aye.
move over my chair.
No, Rustic,
Not my
I,
chair, my
I,
entire
I-
couch.
It looks like you're just touching
Get over
Marco
here.
inappropriately.
Why are you moving me?
ERP.
Why did you move
Get
me?
the fuck out of here! I'm trying to move my goddamn couch. Unless
Listen,
you want to be my couch.
No, you literally grabbed me and pulled me. Did he not?
Yeah.
He was literally grabbing me.
No, he's taking
Help!
your ass now.
I'm being molested.
Oh, I almost spilled over. I almost spilled
It looked
my
all kinds of inappropriate, but
my,
hey, that's what we're here for,
fruit
right?
punch.
What's real fun is that even though he's
that's
a
good
ghost,
fruit
so his
punch.
hands should have been going right through me. But I don't know. I don't think that's how
Water's
it
all the
works.
way over there by the fire.
Okay,
I want to
also-
shoot myself already.
Also, I haven't done that in a fucking while, but anybody that's drinking, watching this, here's to you.
Here's to you.
I'm gonna grab my water real quick.
What is this fucking drink 30? But
Yeah,
You
yeah.
won.
I'm
You
super
can't
comfy.
see
Oh, I don't
where
have
move my
water,
hands.
bitch.
You'll never know what I'm drinking.
Oh fuck that!
Yeah, the
As
first thing-
Rustic dies
I
over
bet
there.
tequila, if not Jack Daniels.
The tequila. But as a runoff to how we started the episode today with the pixie sticks, let me tell you guys the actual story of what happened in this whole case. While the vast majority of Halloween scare stories are about razor blades and apples or poison candy, are either urban legends or moral panics, one story is unfortunately completely true. An 8-year-old boy known as Timothy O'Brien had a packet of the pixie stick was given to him by his father, Ronald, to cap off his trick-or-treating for the night. And here's what happened. The kid took it, he downed it, the whole thing. And then, not 5 minutes later, he was vomiting and died on the way to the hospital. Turns out, the father and the family was actually going into debt. And the father took out a life insurance policy on his children. And so, he planned to murder every single one of them with poisoned pixie sticks.
Wow.
What a dick.
The tragic event sent O'Brien's small Texas town into a panic, and the police department the police department determined that the pixie stick that Timothy ate was laced with cyanide. When Ronald's story kept changing, police began investigating him. They found him to be deeply in debt and had taken out a massive life insurance policy on his children. Police found out the other children had also been given candy by Ronald, but hadn't ate it. So, the father was taken into custody and was, yes. Because he was put into custody, he went through the whole thing, and they found him guilty and made him to where he was going to die for killing his child by lethal injection. So, fuck that bitch.
Should have
And-
sentenced him to the fucking firing squad.
Yeah, for real. But like, at least, like, listen,
Ready?
don't be lacing anything with cyanide.
I think that's just a given. No, I know.
Yeah,
Unless
but
you're the
people
Russians.
don't need to be told that.
But here's.
Yeah,
Make
I'm
sure
about
you
to
don't
say.
kill your family, kids.
Wait,
Remember, don't kill your family.
But,
normal people are not supposed to be don't need to be told that. If you need to tell that to someone, they're not normal.
But
Please,
it's
immediately call the authorities today.
but it's because of
Please
this
call
story
911 if you see any
and why
suspicious
it's where it was
activity.
true. It's because that this actually happened. This is why parents freak out every Halloween and start checking candy before their kids can eat it.
Yep.
Because you never know what you're going
Fair
to
enough.
find.
Wait, so my parents never checked my cane. Does that mean they don't care?
I feel like if I was a parent, I'd eat my kid's candy. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Remind me not to check Rustic's candy.
Okay.
Whoa.
What the fuck, Dad?
You're too old to be trick or treating anyway.
Yeah, you're too old
yeah.
to begin with.
If you be out there, if you was to walk up to my door and like trick or treat, like, bitch, what the fuck you doing?
I'm pretty sure you need to be looking up.
Okay.
Your height will be like.
Yeah.
oh, you're
You'd be
too old,
looking
bro.
up. I am the
Yeah,
oldest
you've been
one.
looking up.
Nani?
I am the oldest one in here, and if I could, I would
damn
go
it.
back and trick or treat fucking next year. And some people are like, "Aren't you too old to trick or treat?" I'm like, "So?" They're like, "Fair point." It's just like, there you go. Free candy, motherfucker.
Free candy, motherfucker.
Hey, look, free food.
I would trick. Listen, you know what I would do? I would trick or treat the night before Halloween, the night before the trick or treat night, whatever. I would trick or treat the night before, go through all my neighbors' homes, get all the candy I could possibly get from them. That way they don't have enough for the children the next night, and all the kids just come to me and I give them all the. That sounds like a pedophile story.
Holy
fuck.
I was gonna say Michael wants all the kids to come to him.
No, that's not what I meant at all. I was that was more or less supposed to be a bit of me like fucking over my neighbors, but no, that just became like a whole fucking.
You just turned into a pedophile.
That turned into a pedophile story, and I am not a pedophile, ladies and gentlemen. Just because Rustic hangs out with us doesn't mean anything.
Judging the pictures that we have from
If your friend is
the.
a pedophile, please contact 1-800.
1-800 what face?
1-800, please help.
Today.
Today.
1-800 PLZHELP.
Please help. 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 Help.
Oh my god.
And I can't get up.
All right. So, what are you guys' plans for the coming weeks? For like, I mean, yes, we just entered into October. Wink, wink, because this is, you know.
Keep it down. It's not like we announced on your stream that we're fucking recording this in September.
Yeah, but they probably won't know that by then.
I mean, they did the moment you said wink, wink.
I mean,
It's not like we announced.
okay.
Fucking idiot.
So I know you, FaZe. You don't celebrate the holiday at all, but like, are any of you going to dress up at all? Like, do anything like that?
I just want to be my kimono self.
God damn it! I'm
I
not
don't know.
meaning
I
in
may dress
VR
up my
chat.
avatar.
Probably not.
No, I want
No,
my hair to
I'll
be like it.
I'm probably just
okay.
gonna be streaming, so no, probably not.
Yeah.
I thought about like
I'll probably do
like,
horror games.
possibly like. It's not even because it's Halloween. Yeah, it's the spookiest time of the year. But whatever. Like, horror in itself just like grows in this time of year, and so that's what this is.
True.
This is why.
I'm
You know
thinking
why?
about watching.
Remember
like,
that?
a
Remember that
War
fucking
marathon.
clown story?
Oh my
yeah.
god.
From
I
a few years
remember
back.
Yeah.
But you know
Dude,
why
that was terrifying.
October is more associated with like scary stuff? It's not even because Halloween. It's because the fucking day is short.
I think
I
next
guess-
week. we should
It
go
gets
over.
dark much earlier.
Oh yeah, but next week we should go over the entire story of John Wayne Gacy, the killer clown.
Oh, the one that inspired Hit.
Yes.
I'd be down to do that.
Yeah, that's a
That'd be dope.
fucking sick story. I know most of the story, but yeah, it is a fucking sick.
Has anybody
story.
seen Ghost Adventures with Zach Bagans?
No.
Nah.
Well, maybe.
No.
Maybe. A little.
Yes.
My sister does.
I love Ghost Adventures. I've watched almost every single fucking episode that they released. But in one episode in particular, they were investigating John Wayne Gacy's home. Somebody still owns the killer clown's brain. They have it in a jar. And Zach, they opened up the jar and Zach had his brain in his hand.
I
He
think
was
Is that
holding...
even legal?
He was
No.
holding the brain of the killer clown.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Imagine transplanting the brain to the. Okay.
Yeah, wait. You know that the freaking thing, the liquid they put stuff in to keep them is fucking deadly toxic, right?
Mm-hmm. That's why they had. That's why he had gloves on, but he
Oh,
still had.
okay.
He still
I was
had
like-
he still had the brain in his hand.
Yeah, no thanks. I'm good.
Yeah.
But imagine.
What is it called?
Yes,
Formal something? Fuck, what is it called?
I think.
In English, I don't know the name.
Formaldehyde?
Formaldehyde. Yeah, there you go. In English, I didn't remember it. In French,
Clinging on to staying
in
awake.
French, it's called formol. So
Norman just messaged me. No more loud moaning noises. It doesn't sound like you guys are in there recording.
we're recording something. Yeah, nudge, nudge.
Don't you guys love horror?
No, no,
Hey.
no.
Oh man. But all right, you guys ready for the next dose of true crime horror stories that happen on Halloween?
Sure.
I'm ready.
Oh yeah.
Alright. Late on Halloween night, 2004, roommates Leslie Mareza and Adrienne Insogna, I hope I said that right, went to bed.
Lasagna.
It's not a fucking L, it's an I.
Bye.
Where the fuck did Mako go?
I disappeared.
Hi, Mako.
He went into the void.
But either way, those two went to bed after handing out candy for the night. A third roommate, Lauren, was woken up at 1 a.m. by the sounds of a scuffle. Not knowing what was happening, she ran in terror from the house. When the coast was clear, she ran back upstairs and found both of her roommates in a pool of blood, dead. Throughout the investigation, FBI agents found the cigarette butts near, and that's actually really disgusting. Do not smoke. Cigarette butts near the scene of
That
the crime.
body's fine. Smoking.
They were in a pool. Yeah. There was 2 cigarette butts. Ew.
Ew.
Please murder people, but don't smoke while you're doing it. It's disgusting.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Listen.
It's just distasteful.
It's disgraceful. No one wants that cancer bullshit. This is a no. Like I can't say fucking nothing.
My theory is that the guy was hiding in the attic. There's
That's
always a fucking killer in the attic.
that's a plot for a movie. But
The
Let's-
killer in the attic.
the killer in the attic. But blood evidence inside the house found no matches in any of the DNA databases. Officers and FBI agents spoke to nearly 1,000 people of interest during the investigation, including one of Insogna's friends, Lily Prudhomme. Prudhomme? Prudhomme?
Just
What
flash
is
it
with
on the
these
fucking
names?
screen. Just flash it on the screen.
I don't know.
Well, whoever can pronounce it can pronounce it.
Prudhomme, or whatever. Fuck it. Her husband, Eric Coopy. What the fuck's with these names? Became a person of interest.
Where is the story
just
taking
Coop.
place?
I don't fucking know.
Coop,
It doesn't
it's
say.
just Coop. The E's silent.
No, it's IE. There's an IE.
What
This
the
is
hell?
Koopy.
Just like flash the names up on the screen,
Became
and
a person of
whoever can
interest.
pronounce it, tell us in the comments.
Well, either way, Koopy became a person of interest during the investigation when he began avoiding the police. Nearly a year after the crime, Koopy turned himself in and confessed to the crime. At the time of the crime, Koopy was engaged to the friend of one of the victims and carried on with the wedding, thinking that he was in the clear. The quote from Andrian's mother just makes it even better and bittersweet, which is why he turned himself in. You are the man who is so cruel as to invite me, the mother of the woman that you murdered, to stand up for you at your wedding, to read the scripture to you of love and death, and to bless your union.
So the guy's a piece of shit, pretty much.
The guy's a piece of shit.
And he felt bad about it.
What happened to Gal?
Oh.
Gal's just sitting here like fucking.
Gal's just
thinking he's fucking
vibing.
dead.
He's meditating
Yeah.
And now for a small glimpse
about
into
how to
Gal's
pronounce Prudomi.
mind.
I
We're
do-
telling a horror story. Gal's just over in the corner.
Flashes
just-
of ERP.
right here.
Flashes of ERP. ERP.
Yo, I'm just like, dude, I want to listen to my music right now.
Wants it or not, if he's just eating dinner with his family, we just have Sam's in his fucking home.
His facial expressions while he eats is hilarious.
What the fuck was that gesture? He goes,
That's
I like how
you.
I like how
Yeah.
he covered one eye, like he looked like he was like closing it with his hand, and it actually closed and made like
Okay,
a happy
wait.
face. I was like, what the
Wait, it's like did you know what that means?
Yeah,
Fuck
it means inside sign language.
It's a
Yeah.
fuck you.
Let me just. Should I just put my temperature limit from 77 all the way up to? Let me
80,
just go ahead.
80, probably 82 is
So-
probably
87.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
you
you
guys,
could go 87.
So here's what's real fun, is that, yes, it kind of looks like things just jumped for everybody who's watching this episode. But
Yeah,
they did.
but here's what's fun about it. They'll get to see a lot of what just transpired in between on the very last episode of this season.
yeah.
So,
Blooper reel of season 2.
either way, Shreddy crashed. Gal went to go get food. I went to go get me some deep fried pickles because we was waiting for everybody. So I did that, got that done. He went and got pissed. He went,
I went to
got
get water.
water.
No, I went.
FaZe has been here the entire time.
move.
He is
No, I
trying
went-
not to fall asleep.
Wait, no, I
No,
went
I'm
and
wide
took a
awake is the
piss. I was
problem.
already pissed when I was here.
He was already pissed.
Dun 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 ba da 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 da.
It was already just a golden shower waiting to happen. But
No, I was
fuck am
pissed
I
off, not
jacket
pissed
doing?
on. What the fuck are you talking about?
but all right, we ready for our heavy hitter this time? Let's see if
I'm getting a sausage now.
of course
Of
you're
course
getting that
you go.
sausage, Gal.
Of course, to get a sausage
There was
now.
a sausage in the fucking fridge. I was like, yo, I mean, this shit.
Well, speaking of sausage,
It's his daily sausage.
I don't like the way you
I really
started
hate that you said.
sentence,
Speaking of sausage,
Speaking of
straight at me.
sausage.
Me and Nero had the same exact mental image. It was like,
Speaking of sausage, I got a big long.
What?
Am I gonna be finally taking that?
excuse
See-
me?
I'm just
Excuse me?
See, once I know one of my friends is lewd, I'm just sitting here going, I don't want to know what you're thinking of when you eat that sausage.
Yep.
You fucking killed Nero.
Well, you fucking killed Nero.
We're talking about sausage, and Gal just goes, "Am I gonna be fine if I take that?"
I was like, excuse me?
Yeah, besides said something. I was like, yo.
You said that. Well, speaking of sausage, I have a very long, and then you stopped, and then Gal was just like, I wonder if I can take that, and I'm like, me and Nero just want to take. Excuse me.
I wonder.
I'm
I
like
said, I'm
paying.
finally-
I'm not
I'm
paying
finally
much
taking this
attention.
exception? Fuck yeah.
Okay, so we just learned that Gal is okay with taking sausage.
Hey,
Taking
you know,
shreddy sausage.
hey, you know what? The whole thing about this,
Oh,
those
God.
episodes being scary, yeah, fucking forget it.
All right, so yeah,
I mean, it's- we're
my
still-
CPU
we're still-
is having problems with keeping temperatures. That's the reason.
We're still having our normal rabbit hole antics.
Yeah,
just-
we're still being
we're
dumb
just-
shits.
But we're still, it's called a shit show for a reason.
Grab his dick and
Good
twist
point.
it.
Grab his
Twist that dick.
Twist that dick. Twist that dick.
All right, speaking of
Oh,
twisting
God.
dick, and the all too real Halloween prank.
Wait, what?
This is twice in a row where
So
I'm
that
in
sounds
fear
like a
of
college
Mako
prank,
starts
not a
a
fucking
sentence
Halloween
with-
prank.
I'm trying.
Ooh.
I am trying to. I'm
Okay,
trying to segue
let's
it
just
back. As,
collectively segue.
I'm
Using
trying to.
Dick twist. Okay. Yeah. I get you.
But it has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with Dick Twist, but more or less it has. Murder. But
You know how I talked about scary shit a second ago. You could have just been like, talking about scary shit.
well, you all started talking about Dick
And
Twisted
then-
and fucking
and then
sausage and
segued.
fucking.
Grab his dick and twist it.
See?
Because you didn't segue fast enough.
But either way, on Halloween 2010, spelled tragedy for a family in Martin, Ohio. They all got their dick twisted. No, a small community less than 20 miles outside of Toledo.
That one got him laughing.
Motherfucker, I was
The
like,
end.
motherfucker, I
Yeah.
was drinking water.
Devin Griffin, 16, arrived home after attending church to a scene of a carnage fit for a Halloween thriller. The slain bodies of 3 of his family members. Although he managed to call his aunt, who then phoned authorities about the incident, Griffin told the police, the Ottawa County, that he thought that the bodies were just all part of an elaborate prank being pulled for the holiday. And William Likes Jr. was arrested in connection to the killings, which involved both his parents and another family member. He reportedly had a history suffering from mental illness prior to his capture, but was eventually sentenced to life in prison over the horrific Halloween murders. You know what's real fun? A lot of people try to put like a lot of mental illnesses in connections to murders. Like, not all people who have a mental illness is going to murder somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
it's
just love how you're like,
because
what's really fun about murder?
It's because it's so easy to fucking feign like
in
insanity
most-
or some
Yeah,
shit.
in most
Exactly.
states, if you plead insanity, you'll get put in a mental hospital for like 40 years instead of being
That
killed.
story you
and
talked
or
about
lifetime.
kind of reminds me of another Halloween story I heard. It's like somebody on Halloween Eve hanged himself in a tree in front of their house, and people everybody thought it was a
I know this
decoration.
story. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I know
wasn't
this
that
story.
another
Yeah,
story?
yeah,
we
yeah.
had
Oh,
on the podcast?
Until
yeah.
fucking 2 weeks ago.
Mm.
Until fucking 2 weeks later.
Mm-hmm. Until his body started
Yeah.
fucking rotting.
Yeah,
Can you
I was
also
like,
hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
By the way, I crashed.
Oh.
Just join back in desktop.
Yeah, join back.
I
this time.
can't
Why?
because my CP won't let me. Like, it'll if I actually keep doing this, it will probably blue screen. and
Okay,
shut
let's
down.
let's have a shorter episode then.
But I'm just gonna sit here. Just keep going.
Yeah, just
Alright.
just stay right there. Don't close it out. Just sit here. You're here spiritually.
Wait, are my legs moving?
Yes, you're like
Yeah.
Yes, you're like you're moving.
Your legs are definitely moving.
I like Shreddy. Are my legs moving?
my legs moving, but
Is my head moving?
Am
I-
I
No.
Like,
No, your head will not
Your
move.
head
It's just
and your
my
arms
legs.
should not be
Legs.
moving. Your
are
legs
you
are
sure?
fantastic.
Are you sure it's your CPU or is it it could be your headset?
Rusty.
Well, I mean,
You can't say
here's the
anything.
thing.
I'm
If it
just
was the
imagining what's like,
headset,
"Gal, what
if
are
it
you
was the
doing,
headset,
Shreddy?"
then it wouldn't just. Every time that happens, audio cuts out. It even cut out for my headphones, which are plugged in the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. My
It's your motherboard. Your
Yeah,
motherboard's
that's your
dying.
motherboard. if your front panel connectors are getting shut off, that has nothing to do with heat. That's
It has nothing to do with your CPU. It's your motherboard that's frying out.
Well, then I need a new motherboard. Oh,
You
boy.
can get an X570 mother. Oh no, not
No,
X570.
he's Team Blue. Like you're gonna have to go. Like honestly,
I'm
I know a good. It's not that fucking expensive. And besides, you're about to get fucking paid in 2 days. But
Wait, really?
I have medical bills. You think I can afford
Yeah.
that shit?
oh yeah, true.
We get paid on the 14th? Oh, wait.
15th.
Oh.
I'll figure out what I can afford under $100.
It's still
There's
the
some
12,
good. There's
okay.
some good motherboards that's available.
Meanwhile,
out there.
me and Gals are like, you're getting paid from Twitch.
Anyways, keep going, because I'm watching my CPU temperature still rise. So keep going.
Yeah, let's just.
Yeah, that's your motherboard's dying.
But
Your
okay,
motherboard's
wait.
shot.
Okay.
That's the scariest thing than Halloween is your motherboard going out. That's a true horror
This whole
story
thing.
right there.
Right, FaZe had a story he wanted to tell, and freaking. Let's go, FaZe, Rustic.
Speaking of horror
I don't have
stories,
one.
FaZe?
Oh, am I doing mine?
Yes.
Yeah.
Short one or long one?
Whatever.
Short.
Yep.
Short. Do short
Be
one.
short.
I want it long.
Shut the
Of course you want it
Shut up,
long.
Maka.
I'm sorry, I rely on girth, not length.
I have that. I actually have both.
We didn't need it. Shut up. Shut
I
up.
don't need a description of your
Low-key-
fucking penis.
low-key, the only thing I heard is I've had that. I was like, oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, big dick
like-
gal.
I
Excuse me.
was like, I didn't need to know that.
Welcome to the Big Dick Energy Podcast.
Let's get on.
All
Wait,
with it.
oh, okay. Well, hey, you guys have a good night then. I'll.
Zero. I guess he didn't have enough big dick energy.
I'm going as well.
Can we have like the Tiny PP Energy podcast?
Yeah.
Yo, I would fit right in. But
Tiny PP Energy Podcast. Let's go.
I can
Let's
sit on joining.
just go with the PP podcast.
Speaking of tiny PP, story.
I mean, this will shrivel up your dick.
There we go.
In June 1972, a woman appeared inside the Cedars-Sinai Hospital in Los Angeles. I thought this was fitting since Horror Story, Rusty lives, whatever. California, in nothing but a white blood-covered gown. Now, this in itself wouldn't be super
Period.
surprising, given that there's a lot of accidents nearby and a lot of people come in with an injury. However, people, upon seeing this lady, started to run and vomit in fear. Now, the reason for this was because she didn't resemble a human, but rather her pale white skin and glossy facial features made her almost resemble a mannequin with human features.
Oh my God! It's the tall white man.
Now, the problem is that she had the
Wait, no, that's
dexterity.
Rustic.
God damn it! No.
The problem is she had the dexterity and fluidity and human intelligence of a normal human being. Her face was as flawless as a mannequin, showing absolutely no imperfections, and she was devoid of eyebrows, and she had makeup smeared all over her face.
Oh my God! It is.
Now, the reason why everybody was screaming in fear wasn't because of her mannequin-like features, but rather, she, in her jaws, had a kitten clenched between her mouth to the point where it was bleeding out down her gown, hence the blood. She then let go of the kitten as it dropped dead to the floor, almost bit in half, and she collapsed. Upon being collapsed, she was rushed into the hospital and prepped for sedation for when the authorities could arrive, knowing that she was very much mentally insane. But the problem was the entire time she was completely emotionless, expressionless, and completely calm as they were tying her down, questioning her, and explaining that she was about to get sedated. Now, The doctors thought it was best to restrain this mysterious Jane Doe because they were in fear of what else she would do. She's never opened her mouth after biting down on this kitten, and they couldn't get her to have any reaction to anything they did. Upon reaching in to sedate her, she immediately started to fight back. Now, the nurses and doctor, being that there was one male and one female doctor, both tried to hold her down to try and get her sedated. But her brute-like strength was not human. She was able to force all of them back and broke the restraints completely off of her body just by sitting up. Again, with no expression. Upon seeing this, she looked at the female doctor, who then screamed in shock, and she started to smile. What alarmed and made this doctor scream was the fact that when she smiled, she did not have human teeth, but rather similar fangs like a saber-tooth or a large cat. And while she smiled, she had no expressions other than her mouth opening and smiling wide, similar to what you could imagine the Alice in Wonderland cat doing. And she then turned to the male doctor, who then leaned in and asked, "What the hell are you?" Upon being asked this question, she bit down, launching forward in unhuman-like speeds, and bit down on his jugular vein, tearing it out completely. This caused the women doctor to immediately start screaming and cowering in fear as the security were running down the hallway, easily heard by everybody in the room. The male doctor, falling back on the ground, bleeding to death, had the lady crawl over him, leaning as close to his face as possible while still holding his jugular in her mouth. She then leaned down and looked him directly in the eye, completely expressionless after what she did, and said, "I am God."
Grab his dick and twist it.
She then dropped his jugular onto his mouth as he's bleeding out, seeing nothing but her stand back up, wave at the authorities, and greet them. And all the doctor saw as he was bleeding out, was this happen, and then she began to feast on all three of the security guards, leaving almost nothing behind, then walking away, completely expressionless. Upon this, they gave her the nickname, the Expressionless.
Never be scared of the short man. He's always around and he has a
I don't
plan.
understand why
Always
I don't
be
understand why
scared of the
security didn't
tall
fill it
white
with 9
man.
millimeter.
He will shoot you with a laser in his hand.
The fun fact
Yeah.
about this, though,
Oh.
is that this hospital is an actual hospital
Based off true story.
and not based off a true story.
Gladly.
But there was never a sighting of her again after this story. There was no ever talk about her again. And recently, there was a video made on YouTube, which was a reenactment of this event that you can find. And it's freaking creepy, to say the least.
Oh yeah, but you think? So they're like literally like biting at someone's fucking neck, ripping up the fucking jugular, and I guess you can say that she was a thirsty thought.
I mean,
I'll
she
take
sounded
it.
more
Okay.
hungry than thirsty, just saying.
I don't know.
Yep.
Sitting there just going for
yum.
blood.
If she fucking
She literally
feasted on
walked.
them-
Listen, I don't want to fucking hear it. She literally walked into the hospital with a pussy in her mouth.
and then she feasted on everybody else. I'm pretty sure she was hungry.
Yeah, I just still don't understand why the cops didn't fucking plug her.
Yeah, if you watch the video, it's pretty. That's the one part I feel they scuffed, was that the cops would literally walk in and they're all like reaching for their guns, and somehow, instead of grabbing their gun, they start trying to grab her I'm like, as she's like,
If she, okay,
Yo, shoot the bitch.
like honestly, if this happened in real life, the fucking security guards would have filled it, like put every fucking bullet in their fucking magazines into her fucking body.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just filled her with lead.
Do we continue? Do we continue on the road?
Continue on the
On
road.
the road again.
I can't wait to get on the road again.
Road again.
I don't know if my PC can
I
handle
don't have one. I forgot to fucking get one.
Shreddy, do you have anything?
it. I would have a bunch of camp
massive
stories,
crashing
but
issues.
yeah, I
Yeah.
got crashing issues. I mean, next episode I probably can get a shit ton of camping stories.
Okay.
Oh
No,
my
we can do
god,
that. We can do
Nekamu
that.
has
I
someone in the server that I know of.
I guess let's cut it here, and
Yeah,
then
a gal immediately just wants to leave us to go play COD with Neko, so.
No, I
okay,
know
wait.
this. There's a person that I know in this fucking. And Nekamu just got a
Yeah.
person named Grenshu, and basically Grenshu is a slime.
I thought you were about to say Grinch
Avatar.
was a slut. And I
Is
was
a
like, what?
That too. That too.
a slutty slime. Who knew?
Slutty
Apparently,
slime.
gal.
Listen.
Okay.
Because we
Listen.
probably fucked him.
If anyone was going to know what was going to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Actually,
yeah,
I
this person's fucking weird.
actually have a story.
Well, you do?
Go ahead.
Let's hear it.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I am probably gonna get yelled at for it. But okay. I'm just gonna drop. I'm gonna put my beer down because
No, you should. You should do like. Imagine we're in a library right now. Like we're in the library of the Devouring right now. We're all just sitting there. We're all gathered around this campfire, or we're gathered around the fireplace. Whatever. And you have the beer in your hand while you're telling the story.
and the music begins, and we all start
All right,
running again.
Running away from that fucking bitch downstairs.
bro, no, the fucking thing downstairs was not as annoying as the fucking ghost that was
You
roaming
didn't have to
everywhere.
deal with it for the entire fucking thing.
Man.
I did both of them.
Yeah.
The one where you're in the corridor,
Yeah.
and the other one afterwards, where we're just
Yeah.
like jumping down
Yeah.
to get the fucking eye thing.
I had to solo the
I did both of
Devouring,
them.
okay? I just solo it.
Okay.
Fuck you all.
I
Wait,
never
okay,
played the
okay,
Devouring.
Okay, wait.
I
Okay.
just soloed it, and then
Shut
I
up.
sped run it in under an hour.
It's fun.
30 minutes.
So the whole story starts. A man and his wife used to live in a cabin, like super far deep in the woods, and like they were really really poor. They could not afford anything. And one day, his wife fell really really ill. Ill.
Yo.
Yeah, she
Ill.
felt ill. Yeah, she felt ill.
Mhm.
Anyway,
She felt
and
healed.
and the only thing she kept telling him was, "John, if I die, please do not just let me go in the river. Please bury me somewhere." It was the only thing she was asking. Please, if I die, bury me. Don't let me go. So
Never let go, Jack.
Anyways,
fuck yourself.
Dun,
Okay.
dun,
So-
da-da-da.
after a couple like that lasted for a couple years. Like she really really hang up in there, and every time she just tell him, "John, if I die, please bury me. Don't let me in the river. Just please bury me." And so it just kept going and going and going, and every day she would just keep telling him. And eventually she passed out because of her sickness. But being as he was, he could not just go to the hospital or like buy her like proper funerals because they were really poor. They were living in the middle of the woods somewhere. So after she passed out, he started hearing like weird noises in the woods. Something was just whistling, "John, if I die, bury me." And he was like, "God damn." And like it just kept going and going and going for I don't know how long, for weeks. And at some point he's like, I just can't do it anymore. He's like, I have to put her somewhere proper. So he just took, like, she was covered in a blanket. He just took her, started walking. He was like, man, it's really my only option. So he just started walking down the river. And as soon as the water started reaching his waist, he just started whistling again. John, if I die, please bury me. He's like, man, I still hear her, and he just kept going up to his torso. John, if I die, please bury me. He's like, damn, it's fucking crazy. So he just keeps going and keep going. He's got up to his shoulder. John, if I die, please bury me. He's like, man, I'm really sorry, I just can't. And he, as soon as he gets over his head, he just dunks down. He's like, I'm sorry, my love. I really love you. And as soon as he turns up, ah!
What?
Are you trying to jump scare us?
Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard in VR.
Wow!
I thought she was gonna like reach up and bite after I said the jugular thing. I thought you were gonna have her
Grab
bite
his dick and twist it.
I thought that like King of the Hill just fucking kept whoa, like that's what he's about to fucking hear.
No, but like, in real life, around a gunfire, and like if I can fucking tell it in French, it would just be so just because it's
a French story.
Yeah. I would try to like translate it because like in French it's just like it's like John, please don't.
Tell us the entire story in French.
No, I'll just say like the song that it sings. It's like instead of like John, please bury me, it's like John, si je meurs, ne me laisse pas dans la rivière, enterre-moi. And it's like, and so it's like John, if I die, please.
That's terrifying, but it also
it's like John, if I die, please don't just let me go in the river. Please bury me.
Well,
it's like what it says. It's just like, and as soon as he turns it around, rah!
So let us know down in the comments below. Which would you rather us do? Bury Nero or let him go down the river?
Fucking burn me, please.
River. Cremate me. Yeah, I was gonna say you better cremate me and just literally toss me in the trash can.
I want to be cremated and just throw my ashes into the ocean. Let me just be a part of the world.
Please cremate me and then make pancakes with my ashes. And
he wants to become. He wants to become Canadian maple syrup.
No. Make pancakes with my ashes and just fucking frisbee the fuck out of them.
One of the people I knew from my school, their grandma actually has in her will, if she is to die, they are to bake her ashes into a cake so that the family can eat it and she can always be with them.
No.
I'm not eating a fucking cake.
I'm not eating your cake.
No, I don't want to eat grandma. This is not porno.
Okay, for one of those episodes, I'm gonna do a fucking "Are you a sociopath" test.
There you go.
Really, I would love to get it yet again.
Shred is still crashed, but yeah, he's just sitting here listening.
I'm just here.
But guys,
I'm just here
this
crying.
is where we're gonna say goodbye for now. I hope you guys found the stories that we had today a little bit spooky as we get closer to, you know, what if some people celebrate it, some people do not. But for those that are in the spooky times, as we get closer into the month of October, as we get closer into fall, we hope you all enjoy these spooky stories. We got 4 more episodes of this bullshit, and we're gonna be going back to our normal rabbit hole antics, which is still rabbit hole antics. We're just putting spooky shit in it. But we will see you all on the next episode. But until then, remember always, help yourself.
See you next time. Bye bye, kitties.
Peace, boys.
I guess
I love how Shred goes.
I guess Shreddy's not. I guess Shreddy's not. Are you going to be doing a Arrivederci anymore?
Well, I can't really do much right now. I'm just stuck here. I mean, I can wave my foot.
Wave your foot and say bye.
Arrivederci.
There you go. We'll see you next time. Help me. Now I want pancakes.
Yo, that day we receive a freaking comment and be like, wait, is Shred Italian?
Shred
I'm gonna be like-
is Italian. That's the
I
question.
am part
I'm gonna
Italian.
be like, please kill me, somebody, please, fucking.